I'm going to break down some helpful information when it comes to drying a card, whether you do a semi-soak or a full soak. There's a different way to get these cards dry and flat. So I'm going to keep it, the information is going to be valuable, and I'm going to keep it as brief as possible. So let's break this down, the full soak and the semi-soak drying process. Let's start with the semi-soak project, all right? So with the semi-soak, we had the card terribly curved and wobbly. I know this one's just might be an extreme case, but you get the point, right? So the way you fight that is you have to do a semi-soak. So let me just break it down for you. Day one, we did the card live together, got the pads wet. The next day, I just put dry pads on it, these ones, and I've held it ever since. And it's been 4 days, so I'm reporting to you live recorded rather, on Sunday night. So I've held it since Wednesday. So let me show you the process, because don't be in a rush to dry something. It's really to your benefit, to the card's benefit, just when you're doing projects like this, semi-soak or full soak, to take the time. So check it out. This was our Dougie Gilmore that was all, super curved. So that's how you get it back flat. But more important is I want you guys to see that we didn't crack it or mess it up. Like getting something flat is relatively easy, but having it stay like that. And then speaking of staying like that, whether you grade cards or just display them or whatever, anytime you do a treatment like this, after you get, done with the pads and the plates, case it up in a top loader and let it hang, because it just went through a lot. Even though it's dry, it still needs some retention, so do that, or put it in one of your, card savers if you're going to get it graded. So that's our semi-soak. So let's transition over here to the full soak. And now let's recap the full soak. And we had to do the full soak because we had the gum stain on the back. And being that the card was totally wet, I aided the drying process because it was soaking wet with chamois. So like what I mean right here is chamois, 3 of them in 24 hours, is they fill up quick with moisture, guys. So like after 1 hour, I took that one off and put another one on the back side. And then I kept this one on there for probably a couple hours. Then, let's just say a few hours later, I put this one on. And then by the time I took the third one off, the card was darn near dry. But I just put it between the drying mats. And I held it since that was at the end of Thursday. And now it's Sunday, so I held it ever since. No rush, just holding it, okay? So we did the Gilmore with the semi-soak. And now let's check out our full soak. And these are just questions I get asked a lot, guys, about nailing the drying process. So just really, it's take your time. Go slow. Hold them between the pads. Oh, this one was important because I got to show you the result. Duh. There. Look at it. Isn't that cool? No more gum stain. And now we got a nice flat card. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. And I hope that helps. And then same rules apply here. If you are working on a card that you want to get graded or put away, even though we've held it for several days and it's in nice flat condition and it's, all the things that we're just talking about, it still went through a whole process. So I think it takes at least a couple weeks to fully acclimate and stay in the shape you want. So whether you're using, a top loader or a semi-rigid or whatever, just case it up when you're done too. Don't just leave it on your desk, all right? Because then if it curves, you're gonna have to do a reset. So anyways, that's the follow-up. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.